What's the difference between publishing company and media company?
I guess publishing would be an old school term for back in the print days in print
Mm.
media when there was print magazines, print newspapers. They called that the publishing industry. As media evolved through the mid 2000s and a lot of national magazines began to build out websites and social media platforms and email databases, they began to think more 360 in their approach. And they really began to transcend print and publishing to become more full service media companies.
Okay, great. So your title officially is Chief Impact Officer. Big title. I love that too, by the way. How does it feel to have that kind of a Chief Impact Officer title?
Well, yeah, I need to differentiate. So in 2016, after I fell ill, I had always been around Rodale Incorporated working there. But then J.I. Rodale, our founder, he started a nonprofit called the
Mhm.
Rodale Institute. And that's where I work today. I had been invited to serve on the board of directors of the Rodale Institute in 2015. And after spending 1 year on the board, I fell more and more in love with this work. I began to feel a calling to the work, a spiritual calling. And through that descent into my sickness and being on medical leave and that whole season ultimately led me to ask some big questions about what did I really want to do with the rest of my life. And I knew in my heart of hearts that media and publishing was not my longing. It wasn't my heart's ambition any longer. And I had seen the work of Rodale Institute, which was this nonprofit that was focused on science around helping farmers to adopt these regenerative organic practices. It was a global nonprofit, but under marketed, it wasn't realizing its full potential. And so when I began to feel a little better and I got back to work at the publishing company, I had some conversations with some other board members and I said, I think I want to leave what I'm doing in order to go work with the Rodale Institute full time. And so everyone was very supportive of that because the Institute was about to embark on a new frontier and a real, we call ourselves a 70-year-old startup. And so I became the chief impact officer, I actually made up my own title because in my work here at Rodale Institute, we don't measure our success on profits, we measure our success on impact. And so
Yeah.
my job is to make sure I maximize the impact of the organization.